Here is Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to move on to the turkey itself and get rid of your other clay while you're doing that. I'm going to go with flesh, it's called beige. It's from Primo, and it's just flesh tone clay. You want something that is not pure white for the meat. You want something that looks like it might have, you know, been breathing at one point. So take your clay and get it all worked up. Mine's kind of hard, so I'm going to have to knead it for a little bit, and I'll be back. Tune, sweetie. So here's the turkey. You're going to roll it out, warm it up. Here's the ball. Nice. That's your turkey body. And you're going to squish on one side ever so slightly. And on the other side, you're going to just squish a tiny bit. Here, I'm doing this backwards compared to the turkey. Anyway, the two big ones, that's where you're going to have to go out if you keep shushing. Anyway, here's your breastbone up here, and your two thighs are going to go there, and just very little indentions on the other side. And that's your shape. That's all there is to that part. And take another piece of clay, you're going to roll it out, warm it up. Then, what I like to do to make sure that they're pretty close in size is cut it directly in half, and then I use... Hey, Matthew. Then I use each half as the leg. And you're going to roll it like that, kind of squish it. It's a turkey leg. It's going to be big on one side and little on the other. And that intention's a little too severe. Catherine, quiet down, please. So there's one. Try not to squish it too much. And then do the same with the other side. The next part we're going to do is put on the little wings on both sides. Take a nice little piece of clay and roll it out. Show you. Roll it out here, flatten it slightly, take about the middle and start squishing just the center in. So you have two pieces with, you know, big on two sides and then squishy in the middle. Kind of make the tip of the wing pointed. And then you're gonna bend it. Oopsie, my clay's breaking. So if it breaks, start over. Here, I've tried again. This time I went ahead and used my little tool and I pushed in a little here and pushed in a little there, so it's real thin right in the middle. And I'll point it on one end, round it on the other, fold it up, smooth out any weird creases. And actually I'm flattening the wrong side, so I'm going to flip it over. And we're going to attach it like this. So there you have your two legs and your little wings on there. As you can see, the color is really terrible. Where did I put my polymer clay? And I'm going to back it up. Oopsie. Now, I'm going to show you how to do some shading. Put the little guy on the platter here, and he looks like a butterball. The other one looks like he went on a diet. He's so skinny, and this one's all round and butterball. It's really cute. Anyway, what I'm going to use is, oh, you guys always ask me. This is what I use. It is Reeves Soft Pastel Set, and I use that to shade a bunch of my different things. So, these are the pastels, my old trusty set, and I take just a paintbrush that I use, and I will go with, if I can get both of you in here. I need a cameraman. I have my little turkey, I have this over here. There's white, yellow, and then there's a dark yellow. And I take the back of the paintbrush sometimes and I can just scrape it. And then you load your paintbrush with your nice powder and you start going, oh shoot. Uh-oh. Get. Don't do it on your platter. Dang it. Okay. You start getting it all over the place. You don't really have to do it on the bottom because no one will ever see it. Make sure you're getting all the little creases, because think about where your turkey would be shaded when it comes out of the oven. The top is going to be the darkest, the bottom is going to be the closest to what it looked like raw. So you can do the bottom. And try not to bend your legs, because remember there's bones in there and the bones go straight. Except in the tip of the wings, then they kind of do funny things. Now what's going to happen is going to drive you crazy is that these little legs are going to keep falling off. And what I do is I just go ahead and shade my turkey. And then I can pop them off. You can roughen up the clay a little bit where it's going to attach, and that'll help it stick better. You take your little leg where it's going to attach and you roughen it up. Give it, whatever it takes to roughen it up. Take your TLS that I got at Hobby Lobby, along with all this other stuff, and you shake it down. Put your TLS, translucent liquid Sculpey, you can use liquid Fimo as well, and it acts like a glue. You put a little dot in there, you stick your leg back on, and when it cooks, it'll be on there really, really good.
Mom.
Yes,
Mom,
yes, yes.
I can't find.
So do that to all 4 of them. Enjoy your popsicle. Yeah, like I said, put all the little things on with TLS. Then you go back to your chalks and you imagine, what color would be really good for, when it's cooked in the oven. The top part would be brown, so I have a nice brown here. Load your paintbrush, and then right on the top, on the back, you would have the darkest. And the top of your legs, but not the bottom.
Oh,
Catherine, shh, 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 shh.
you.
No, please. Do you need to go out? Eat your popsicle quietly, please. So then flip your little legs around. Your little wings are the thinnest, so they're going to be the darkest up here. The very tips are the darkest. They're going to get the most heat. There. Now we have our dark little turkey. Catherine, please don't shush me. You're shushing your Barbie? Fair enough. Now, get your platter back here. And turkey just doesn't seem to be very even. It just really doesn't. So since I can't squish my turkey, I'm going to squish my platter lower on one half and then kind of sit it cockeyed. Be a good turkey. Good boy. Okay, now we're going to do this little green stuff. What I'm using for the green stuff is the same thing I use for the end of the carrots, and that is moss. Like moss that you buy at the craft store. You have all this moss, and you take it and you chop it up with scissors and with your fingers really, 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 really fine. And this is the moss. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Alright, I take the scissors and I just do a whole bunch of little chopping on it. And that's like, looks like the parsley and stuff. Then I use my, so what? Go get a popsicle holder. Then I use my TLS, get my Catherine's blue clay out of here. I use my TLS and I will pour some in a bowl. Woo, that was thrilling, wasn't it? I use my finger as a paintbrush sometimes because I don't always have a paintbrush available. Now, wherever you would brush butter on your turkey, which is the tops and all around the little wings and the legs, that's where you're going to want the green stuff. And most of it is going to go on the back of the turkey, up on the top here, and less on the wings. So, oh, that's my phone. Sprinkle that on. So I put all the little spices on, attached to the TLS. It's still unbaked, the whole thing. We're just going to set the little guy aside. What we're going to do now is take some clay. I use beige clay. This is the potato. And I use the same dark chalk, the brown down here, to go over the entire outside of it. And it ends up looking like this. Then I use this is my glass, let me pull it back, way back. This is my glass oven pan that I use. And I throw my clay in here, and I have an embossing gun. It's just any old embossing gun, but you can probably use a blow dryer, just set on really high heat. And I just plug it in and I go, and then it gets all hard. See? Nice and hard. So you have your hard little potatoes, and my razor blade's gone. Hold on. Oh, here it is. So you take your little razor blade and you ever so carefully get really close so you can see. And that's the unbaked one. You start slicing potatoes. It's a lot easier when you do it the right, like facing you, but then you wouldn't be able to see if I did it like that. So, anyway, you have all your little potatoes here, and you're gonna do lots and lots and lots of them. And don't worry because they're gonna turn really white. Don't worry about that at all. Start loading up your plate with some potatoes. Or platter, whatever.
Yeah.
And you do get potatoes all the way around it. Then you're going to take some orange clay, and don't go with bright orange. I use from Sculpey. I use sweet potato. That's my preferred color for a carrot.
Too good.
Too good. Okay. And then I take my carrot and I roll it, or my clay. I roll it into the shape of a carrot. I throw it back in my oven baking pan, and then I use my blow dryer or heat gun on it again to make it hard. So you have it hard. And you don't want it all the same size. You do want it smaller and bigger because that's a real carrot. And you start slicing this the exact same way that you sliced boink, your potatoes. And yes, it's hard, and you want them thin and small, and you're going to have to do more than just one carrot. So you take your little carrots and put those on there. And I always like to take a little carrot and like have it on top. Maybe like it's stuck to the side, you know? Put one in the wing. Down there. Like you just sprinkled them on however you wanted. So there's that. I took, for the stuffing, I took brown clay, rolled out a thin little piece, and then I dried it with my hot blow dryer in my oven pan to make it hot. And this one's actually way too dark, this clay, so go with a lighter clay so it looks more natural. But you just take it, and I line up. I have 3 different ones here. They're tiny, so they cut really easy. These are your breadcrumbs. And you might even use 2 different tones of brown. Just mix one of your browns with some white, so you have different shades of bread. And between your wings would be where the neck is. Oh, well, that's where the stuffing's gonna go, right there. You're gonna have to make quite a bit of it. And then I took some light green and rolled it out, and I took my little pointy tool and laid it on there to make it look like celery. Gave it that little rounded part. You kind of pinch it back together. Then you blow dry it so it's hard. And once it's hard like that, take it and slice your celery. And then you get the little horseshoe type shape of your celery. You mix it together with your stuffing. And once you have carrots and celery and everything all the way around, then you use your TLS or liquid Fimo to go all the way around it. I'll get there and be right back. So here I've loaded it all up. I'm going to put this on here and this all the way around. And actually I'm going to pick up the turkey a little and put some underneath. So that way he sticks down on there. Oh. Grabbing vegetables. Now I'm going to go around and try and make sure everything has a little bit of TLS on it so it'll stick.
Can I have the scissors?
Yeah, you can use scissors. See? It's very sticky. Just use a toothpick if you don't have one of these. Keep your vegetables kind of spread out. I don't want them lost underneath the turkey. So I'm going to pull some out. There you go. Get out from under there.
One, two, to clay. Clay can't walk.
The clay can't talk?
No.
Well, that's good. I put some celery on this one too. You could put more of the, excuse, you okay? I put some, you can put some more of the spice on top if you want. Move down, little turkey. There you go. Just keep mixing. So after you bake this, I'd put this in the oven for about 30 minutes on about 250 degrees probably. Just keep an eye on it. Don't let it burn. It's no fun when it burns. So put it in there, harden it, cook it very slow. It'll cook all the way to the middle. When you take it out, you will use triple thick. They don't make, Krylon doesn't make triple thick anymore, but there's another one. I forget which, but you can check my channel. It's on there. There's a link for where it's at. The triple thick stuff, though, is a clear glaze. And when it's completely cold, then you take a paintbrush and you paint it all over that. That's all there is to the turkey one. Check out my other videos. I'll put on the other stuff, the other Thanksgiving stuff. Just type in Garden of Imagination Thanksgiving, and it should come up with all of the Thanksgiving ones.